How's everyone's? It's kind of icky outside today, and since I have 6 kittens and 2 puppies that don't feel good, we're going to make an easy dinner. I'm going to make a creamy Italian tomato soup. What makes it Italian? We're going to put hot Italian sausage in it, because I can. So, come on. All right, don't look at my counters right now, because literally they are full of like animal things and all the things. In my food processor, I have a half of a small shallot, I have a quarter of a very large onion, and I have 1 very small carrot. We are making a small batch of soup. Mix all that up, okay? I'll make it look like this. Then, I've got 1 package of hot Italian sausage, and I'm going to use 1 can of the crushed tomatoes. Yes, that is the best brand. So, we're going to put the Italian sausage in the hot pan, get it rolling. We're going to add these things, then drain off the juice, and then we'll go from there. While that is frying, I'm also going to need about a cup of stock. So I'm going to take my turkey, my dehydrated turkey. This is about a cup of hot water. I'm going to put probably a good teaspoonful of that, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave and make sure that those granules get all mixed up. See? It comes out looking nice and nicey. We'll just stir it. Nice. That's nice. All right. So we're going to let this brown off a little bit more. I'm going to have to move this. I think this eye is stuck on high no matter what, which is starting to make me mad. We'll let that brown off a little more, and then we'll add the vegetables in there. All right, so we've gotten everything all nice and browned. The vegetables are all nice and tender. I went ahead and drained off the grease because, we're going to put this whole can of crushed tomatoes in there. Hopefully the lid doesn't fall in. Sometimes it does. And then what I'm going to do to make sure that I get all the tomato out of here is I'm going to put the broth in there and shake it around. Now, we just went back and forth between the broth and the can and the broth and the can until we got the can completely clean. Then this is going to go in there, and we are then going to stir, stir, stir. All right, now look, you can make yours as watery as you want. We tend to like our soup a little on the thicker side. I am going to let this cook at a very low temperature for a hot minute. We're going to put a little salt in here because I haven't done that. Because I'm going to finish this with some cream. And I am probably going to put Italian spice in here, Italian seasoning mix, just because that's what I like to do. And then basically we'll come back and it'll be ready. We'll probably eat this with some grilled cheese tonight. That sounds pretty good. How much Italian spice? I don't know, probably a tablespoon. About that much. Do we want to see if that's a tablespoon? Sure. Okay, I have to turn you around to do this. See, we still have the same amount. It's about a half a tablespoon. There you go. In she goes. All right, I am going to put this down on a simmer heat. I will probably cover it with the lid. And we're just going to let this cook low and slow. Do you need to? No, this can technically be ready in 30 minutes. It just depends on how fast you want to run. It's 5 o'clock. I have plenty of time. So we don't generally eat till around 7. I'll let it cook till then. But I could technically come home and have this ready in about 30 minutes if I really wanted to. All right, come back later. We'll finish it off with some heavy cream. All right, it's 6:30. I have went ahead and just turned off the heat because this is going to stay hot for a hot second. And we're going to add the cream. About that much. I don't know how much that is. About that much. Between a quarter and a half a cup, I think. And you can see she's still pretty thick, but that's the way we like our soup. If you like yours runnier, add more broth. But that's basically going to do it. I will probably, like I said, make some grilled cheese, or I may just do some toasted sourdough for me. But I'll come back when we're ready to actually eat dinner, and I'll let you know how it turned out. It's time to eat. So here's mine. Doesn't that look delicious? Sorry. I put a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano on mine before the Italians come after me for mispronouncing that. And then I took a piece of my sourdough, cut it in half, and I made mine with Swiss and mozzarella. The Prince got wheat with American cheese because that's what he likes. I'm not a real big American cheese fan, so I'm gonna try the soup first. I know it's good because it's my recipe. So see that, you see that? It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. It's my recipe, and this one actually isn't Pinterest. This is one that I just made up in my own little head, because sometimes I can do a thing. So this is actually spicy Italian creamy tomato soup. There you go. From my kitchen to yours. Cheers. I'm gonna burn my mouth. No, I'm not. I think I kind of like it with the spicy Italian. I've never made it with the spicy Italian. I always make it with the mild. I think I actually like it better with the spicy. I'll let you know about 6 bites in when it gets to be too much. All right. We're going to dip a little bread. Piggy's just clawing at my leg down here. I just fed her. So let's try this, see if I can do this without cutting my mouth. I'd ask you if you could hear that crunch, but you probably can't because all you hear is Piggy scraping on Ma'am. Archie's just sitting there like a good boy because that's what he does. Now she's over on Daddy. Better his leg than mine. Look, this is delicious. And like I said, you can have this done in 30 minutes. You could do nothing but just the tomatoes and the sausage. You don't have to put the vegetables in there. That's what I mean by she will cuss you out at the drop of a pin. Because clearly she will. All right. There we go. So that's the end of dinner. We still have the cookie stuff sitting in the refrigerator. And I have starters sitting in my oven because I need to make some bread for somebody tomorrow. We'll see if that gets done. Okay. Love you. Bye.